Hi there, with the new Amazon Kindle Paperwhite coming out very recently, something that's not being discussed enough are the new cases that came out alongside the Paperwhite. In today's video, we'll be going through each case that we have over here, and I'll be telling you my personal thoughts on if they're worth buying for your Kindle. Now, the first cases I want to talk about are my favorite ones, honestly, and those are the fabric cases. I have them here in lavender, haze, and blue. They have a few other colors as well, but these are the two that I got just to try them out, and I have to say the lavender haze one is basically a pink color, so don't think of it as lavender. I would basically call it pink and dark blue. They both start at $29. The fabric cases are special because they're one of the few cases that Amazon sells that are actually water resistant. The Kindle Paperwhite itself is water resistant, but some cases that are out there are not water resistant, so if you get water on the case, it may damage the case, not the Kindle, but these cases are water resistant, which is nice to have. A couple other things about these cases. This is actually true for all the cases. They all have a magnet that closes shut to open and close the Kindle case. It also wakes up and puts the device to sleep. If it's in sleep mode, when you open it up, it automatically turns on. And all of the cases also have Amazon branding on it. Actually, it's a change from before. Previously, on the front of the cover, it would say Amazon on the bottom right. They actually changed that now to Kindle, and they put the Amazon logo on the inside of the device. A small change, but you can clearly see they are pushing the Kindle branding now rather than Amazon branding. Now, my biggest complaint about all of these cases, including the fabric ones over here, is the plastic shell they use. Every case Amazon sells has a plastic shell on the inside where you clip your Kindle into. And it gets really annoying because the way you hold it, your pinky might be on the bottom, right where that plastic sharp edge is, and it gets really, really sore if you hold it in that position. And all of the cases are like that, so it's not just the fabric ones. It's really frustrating. It definitely has more protection, but it's not comfortable to hold. And I have to say, after using these cases for a very long time now, I have the same case on my Kindle Oasis, I find myself changing the way I'm holding the device because of the case. Without the case, it's much more comfortable, but I have to say having a case makes holding the device just a bit more easier, much more grip to it. It's just not comfortable when your finger hits that plastic edge. I really wish they put some sort of rubber coating on it or something like that, some cushion, just to make it more comfortable. Now, these fabric covers are my favorite, the pink and the blue one. The blue one obviously is my favorite. Blue is my favorite color, and it starts at $29. I think that's a great price point for an Amazon branded case. Right now, as of making this video, they're currently on sale, so check that out. Maybe during the holiday season, the sale might be happening for a few dollars off. I think it's the most practical case out of all of the ones here. It gets the job done. It makes holding the Kindle so much nicer. It also covers up the back of the Kindle Paperwhite, which I feel gets a lot of fingerprints. With the case on it, there are no fingerprints at all anywhere on the case. I really appreciate that. It just makes holding my Kindle and looking at it a bit more aesthetically pleasing. Now, moving on from the fabric cases, next up we have leather. Now, Amazon does sell a leather case for the Kindle Paperwhite. It starts at $39, which is $10 more than the blue and pink fabric cases I have over here. So it's a little more expensive, but you really aren't getting any additional functionality. Really, the $10 extra is just for the privilege of owning a leather case. The actual material in terms of the shell of the case is the same thing as the fabric. You still have that plastic edge on the bottom. It really does hurt my fingers the same way as the fabric one does. It gets really annoying, but you do have a nice leather material. The design of the leather, I have to say, does look very high quality. It looks very textured. It feels great to hold, nice and grippy, very soft. The leather isn't the most high-end thing in the world. It's very soft and thin, and personally speaking, I don't like leather products because I don't like where they come from, and I wish Amazon would show on their website where these cases are being made and how they're actually being made. There's no information that I found on where this leather is being made and where it's being sourced from. So personally speaking, I am not a fan of a leather case for that reason. But if you don't care about that, this might be a good option for $10 more, not that much more expensive. You get a slightly more premium quality case. Now, one thing I'm going to note over here with the fabric and leather cases, on the inside of the case, you have a microfiber inside cover. That's really nice because it makes sure your screen does not get damaged or anything like that. You could actually use it to clean your screen, take the case off and use the inside of the cover. You can wipe the screen down like that if you really wanted to. And I do like the black leather case has a gray internal microfiber cover. It looks really, really nice. I do appreciate that. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because the next case, the Cork one, does not have that microfiber on the inside. Now this Cork case is the most expensive one that Amazon sells, starting at $49. 50 bucks for a case. It's pretty expensive if you ask me. The whole case is made out of this Cork material, and I have a few thoughts about this. When I first opened the box for this Cork case, I was expecting more of a high quality wooden material. Look at the pictures, it looks like wood. It looks like a nice quality hard shell case. But honestly speaking, this device does not feel as hard shell as I thought it would with the Cork case. It's actually very, very soft, very, very squishy. I almost thought it was like a styrofoam material. It's not the most premium quality Cork case I've ever used in the world. It's really, really different than my expectations. Maybe it's just me that I didn't set my expectations correctly for what a Cork case would actually feel like, but this just feels too soft for the price that I'm paying for it. I really wish it was a stronger quality case. Don't get me wrong, there are a few things I like about it. I love the design, the color is beautiful, it looks really nice, it just doesn't feel very nice. It's also very, very interesting because the inside, like I mentioned before, is not microfiber. You have that Cork material going all the way around the entire device. But one really major put off for me that I really wish Amazon would fix is the back of the case over here. On the product page, they don't really show many pictures of what the back of the device will look like with the case on it. In this case, even with $50 price tag you have on this, there is still no soft material for the plastic edges. You have that same plastic shell as the other devices, and what's even worse is that it's a black plastic shell, so you have this two-tone Cork material right next to the black plastic. You can clearly see this black bezel on the back of the device, which really takes away from the premium feel of the case. In the pictures, you kind of see Cork everywhere on the case. You don't get any impression that there'll be this black plastic on the back of the device, and I think that was intentional. It's kind of disappointing that they have this here. I really wish this case with the higher price tag would have a bit more of a nicer soft edge around it to hold on to. It doesn't feel any different than my other cases. The Cork is just softer to hold. It also has water resistance like the fabric ones do, but it's just not as premium as I thought it would be for the high price tag. Now overall, I really do like having a case on my Kindle. I do think people should buy cases for their Kindle. That is mainly because if you travel with your Kindle, say you bring it on a road trip or a short flight somewhere, you probably want to have a case on your device when you throw it in your backpack. The screen especially, you want to protect that screen, and having a sleep cover device like this, any case on this table will protect the screen very well when you're traveling with it. There are also other advantages with the Kindle Paperwhite. Having a case on the device just makes it much easier to hold. It's much more grippy. It also covers up the back of the device, which I personally think is very fingerprint prone, so it actually looks nicer with the case on it than without the case. And one other small perk of having a sleep cover case like this is it makes waking up the device much easier. All you have to do is open up the case and the device will turn on, and to put the device to sleep mode, you just close the case. It also turns right back off. No need to press the power button, which is in the worst location at the bottom of the device. No reason to press it anymore. Just open and close the case itself. With all of that being said, I don't think it's worth getting the Cork case for sure. Also, probably not worth getting leather cases either. The fabric cases are my personal favorite. For $30, you're getting a very nice quality Amazon branded case. I personally love the blue one. That's my favorite one that they have right now. And I do hope we start seeing some more third-party cases out there. I would love to find one that takes this plastic edge and gets rid of it, or finds a way to cover it up with a different material. That would make reading on my Kindle just that much better. But putting all that aside, I really do enjoy having a case on my Paperwhite. Now, if you enjoyed this video, chances are you probably have a Kindle Paperwhite. Make sure you watch my review video of that device where I go crazy in detail of all the new features that the Kindle Paperwhite has. Link for that on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.